that you will succeed, my bro, to exhibit your art over there. Right, guys. Balai Seni Negara, or should I say the National Art Museum, basically one of the famous art gallery in Malaysia, where most of the legendary artists will be exhibit over there. Have you been there, Ame? Or any of the participants? Have you guys been there?
Yes, please answer
Yeah.
because I don't know what I have to think, but I never went there before.
You never went there before. So how about
Yeah.
the others participants? You guys been there? You guys have been there. You guys can, yeah, you have been there, Aisha. Alhamdulillah. So, Amir, do you know
Yeah.
any project about any project in the National Art Gallery?
I never know anything about it. I only thought it's a museum.
I see. Yeah, my bro. Do you want to know something about the National Art Gallery?
Yes, please.
Yeah, National Art Gallery usually they will conduct a project where they want to make people interact with art or get to know the local artists. So what we're going to know today, one of our speakers, she joined this latest project by the National Art Gallery. But I can't spoil that. So Ami, don't spoil that, okay?
Okay.
So are you
Uh,
excited, Ami?
oh yes.
Yes.
I want to know more about this. I heard that we will have a lot of interesting topic.
Yes, true. I believe we have a lot of interesting things that we're going to know today because we only have been to the National Art Gallery, but we did not know any people that work over there. So I guess that it will be a good insight for all of us.
Yes. So can we ask some of the participants? Like I'm going to pick a name. Sorry. Don't be panic ah. Like Bro Muhammad Akmal. You ever go to any art gallery before? You can type or you can talk with us. No pressure.
Yes, because we got another few more minutes before we start. So you guys can interact with me and Ami.
Oh, we have answered not Aisyah Din and Edin Aisyah. They both have been there, art gallery. So where have you been? Is it, I don't know, in KL?
Oh,
Oh,
have you
okay.
been to Balai Seni? Oh yeah. For you guys to know that, just for information, Balai Seni or National Art Gallery already start operate since earlier this month, if I'm not mistaken. So you guys can go there and see the artworks. Oh, there, Ami, someone already answered your question.
Yes, yes.
Ilham Gallery.
And Akbar only here to support Farah.
Nice.
Bagus.
That's very
Bagus.
good. Keep on
Support member,
supporting.
yes.
Yeah, Ilham Gallery is one of the best art gallery.
And it's also quite near to the UIA, but I don't know the actual distance, but you can use LRT. You go to Ampang Park, and it's beside the station.
I remember going to KL Student Gallery for does that count? For me, it counts. How about you, Amir?
Boleh, boleh.
It counts, right? It counts. As long as an art exhibition, I think it counts. But again, since today we are talking about the National Art Gallery, so I would like to promote that you have to go there. For those who haven't been there, it's a very nice place for you guys to have an insight about art, knowing our local artists and even international artists over there. If you want to know, I mean, got a lot of Southeast Asia artists art being exhibit over there.
So you have been there before, right, Eddie?
Yes, I've been there 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
Is it big?
it's huge. It's very huge. If I'm not mistaken, they got 3 levels. And as for now, the 3 levels are full of exhibition. So you guys can go to National Art Gallery to to see all the artwork that been exhibits over there. And also, yeah, I want to take the chance to welcome to our participants and our audiences that come to today art picnic. Hope you
Yes,
guys
we appreciate you guys
too.
for taking your time. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, you can interact with Ami. He's a good speaker and also a good listener. So you guys can ask him any question.
Nak jadi terapi ke?
Uh, you guys can
Uh,
ask any question before we start our program.
okay, but to be honest, even tak exhibition, you can feel the majesty, or should I say, like it feels amazing, even though it's just a small exhibition. Even in smaller gallery like Ilham, you also can feel the like it's how to say it's
The
like
vibe.
in another place. Yes. So Balai Seni Negara, I wonder how the atmosphere will feel, you know.
Wonder about that. Basically, I've been there. The first two levels, it just feels so. I mean, like the layout is just so simple. A lot of visual arts, sculptures. It's just a very simple rather than that art exhibition or Ilham gallery. But like you said, you can feel the vibe, the elegance, the majestic, and I think it because of the names and also the art that have been portrayed or exhibit. You know, the simplistic,
Yeah.
the minimalistic layout, but it makes you feel so wow. So,
You
Meg,
know,
why do you
because
like to go to art gallery? Why do you like go there?
uh I guess to get inspired, I like to see all this artwork and just imagine like, oh, someday my arts will be in there. Like I can dream, but it's not an impossible dream. So yeah,
True, true. I agree with that. So, how about you guys? Why
yes,
do you guys like to go to art gallery? You guys can answer in the chat section. No worries, we
yes.
can talk.
Oh, you can open your mic.
Yeah. So yeah, why do you guys like to go to art gallery? Why do you want to go there? Rather, like I mean, he said you want to get an inspiration.
Hmm.
Yeah, welcome. You guys can open your camera, open your mic, and even chat with us. So Amir, I wonder what kind of artwork that you do.
I I draw portraits.
Portraits.
Oh, okay. We see to get inspiration to change and sometimes to change the exhibition theme. No, I didn't. I really just love art. Yes, yes. Same. I love interpreting stories behind the artworks. Oh, we have a interesting answer there.
Yeah, true. That's interesting. Interpreting stories because sometimes the artists they are very very mystery. Sometimes you
Mm-hmm.
wonder. I've been to this national art gallery. I got this one question towards this one artwork. I forgot the artist name, but he's a local artist. It's just an empty canvas, just a white canvas. I just want to know what he tried to tell us. It's just empty canvas.
Yes.
Yeah.
But look at the time. I believe we have a lot of things to talk more, but we have to make ways to open this art picnic today. So are you guys
Yes.
ready?
Yeah. Are you guys ready?
Okay. Tonight, art picnic starts right now. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, guys. Welcome to our 10th art picnic. For this evening, we will have an art picnic with the team volunteering at Balai Seni Negara project with our respected speaker, Sister Farah Wahida. So before we begin any further, we would love to begin this event with the recitation of Surah Al-Fatiha. Amin. Amin. Okay, first and foremost, I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you guys for spending your time with us tonight. My name is Amir.
And my name is Adi.
And tonight we will be your host for this evening.
Okay, and my name is Farah Wahida, and I'm going to be the speaker for this sharing session tonight.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes, that's our speakers. That's our speaker, guys. So
Can you
yes,
see the excitement? Excited. Oh.
excited. Are you excited, Farah, for tonight?
Yes, of course, I am very excited. I've been preparing for this art picnic, and I hope that it'll be a good one. Thank you to Adi and Amir for being the moderator and making this art picnic becoming more lively. So we shall start now, right?
Yeah, sure. I will. Do you mind if I introduce you, Farah?
Sure, Adi. Yeah, sure. Please proceed.
All right. Organizer, can I have the next slide, please? So just a reminder that please make sure to turn off your mic, and you guys don't mind to switch on your camera. All right. Before I pass the floor to Sister Farah, let me introduce her as the host for today. Full name is Farah Wahida binti Zulkifli. Her occupation is a teacher, and her age is 24. She's a bachelor in psychology in IIUM. She's one of IIM students. Of course, her hobby is painting, writing, and reading. Yeah, I just want to highlight that she likes painting. That's the reason why we're having this art picnic, right? Yes. And she's from Kulim, Kedah, northern part of Malaysia. She's a traditional artist or a visual artist that specializes in watercolor arts. And as we all know that today's topic is volunteer at Balai Seni Negara project or the National Art Gallery project, which is the Arca Dasar Laut or sculpture in the sea. And before I pass the floor, I just want to remind you guys that today we are having giveaway. So before we are going to have Q&A session, we're going to have giveaway. So I just want you guys to sit tight, focus, and try to digest what Sister Farah are going to present today. So yes, if you guys got any question, you guys can just type it in the chat box section. So yes, Sister Farah, the floor is yours, and I'm glad to have you as a speaker.
Okay, thank you so much, Adi, for the introduction. So I will continue sharing about my art journey, and also there will be a few of parts later on. Okay, can you please share the slides? Thank you. Okay, first and foremost, I'd like to express my gratitude to IIUM Art Club and the Student Industrial Training Center for giving me this golden opportunity to share a bit about my art journey, and especially to highlight on my recent experience as an artisan during the project Arca Dasar Laut in Langkawi. So welcome everyone. I hope that you will enjoy this session tonight, and you will get some benefit, and maybe it will spark your interest in arts again, and maybe you can also be motivated to polish your skills in arts. Okay. Next. Okay, so I know that Adi have introduced a bit about me, but I'd like to share again. So okay, I started. I would like to define myself as an art enthusiast. So I have started liking to paint since I was small. Okay, I attended some art classes, but then back then, for me, I think of it as something that is compulsory. So maybe not so much in enjoying that part, but I believe that the basic skills did help a lot in re-sparking the passion to paint later on. So back in 2018, yeah, I felt like there is something lacking in me. I felt that there is a void in myself. So apart from studies, what else that I can do? So beginning in 2018, I think, okay, I have to find something in me So that is why it inspired me to be into arts again. So I am really into arts. So back in 2018, I started to seriously painting again. So I decided to attend some art programs that was organized by a number of different institutions. Okay, next. Okay, so why arts? It is because I think that arts is a very special medium to express my feelings and also a medium to radiate happiness. So back in 2018, okay, I attended a watercolor workshop, loose floral watercolor workshop by Balai Seni Negara, and it was rated at a very reasonable price, 50 ringgit, but I believe that this is the best investment I've made for my passion in painting. Because when I attended this workshop, I was exposed to a number of important things in watercolor. Because before this, I was not, I don't know so much about the type of materials to paint, and I was wondering why does my painting did not turn out to be good as the painting of others artists. Yeah, so when I attended this workshop, I was taught about the right paper, that is a watercolor paper. It has a different thickness, not just like the ordinary paper that we use. Okay, maybe 200 GSM to 300 GSM, and then I was taught about the right stroke, how to use the brushes, and then how many amount of water that we should use in painting watercolor, and how can I control my brush stroke when painting. So all of this basic in watercolor painting sparked my interest again. So after I have attended this workshop, I decided to um, look for more tutorials online. Okay, I learned online by referring to other artists, and then I started practicing. And I believe that by practicing a lot, this helped me to build my muscle memory. Okay, because when we are becoming accustomed to the type of brush stroke, so it becomes easy after that. So before I would need to refer to certain tutorials to ensure that I use the right color, the right stroke. But then after I have started practicing a lot, it becomes easy. So the stroke become more smooth, and I've gained confidence to produce more artworks. Okay, and then I also attended a Bengkel Seni Melaka dengan Arang back in 2018 by Rumah Seni Selangor, or also known as Russell. So my advice to other aspiring artists, budding artists out there, if you want to start painting again, maybe you can explore any other mediums. Like before this, when I was small, I only knew how to use the crayon and watercolor. But then I found out that there are many other interesting mediums. So during the banker, I learned how to draw by using the cone, and it was very interesting. And this banker was a free one. So I believe that in Malaysia there is a lot of workshops, a lot of resources for you young artists. So if you want to try to learn, please you can explore it out there. Yeah, and then in 2020 I joined the program Jelajah Keusahawanan Seni in Penang. It was a 2-day workshop, and this workshop inspired me to turn my art into business. Yeah, because I learned a lot from the speakers and also from the business coach. They motivated us to do something with our arts. Okay, if we can turn our skills into side income, then why not? Maybe we can change it to something that will benefit us too. And my recent project is with Balai Seni Negara program community-based tourism, Arca Dasar Laut di Pulau Langkawi in March 2022. So later on, I will explain about my journey in 3 parts. Firstly, about my artworks, okay, and then secondly about the entrepreneurship, and then lastly, the highlight is my experience as an artisan. Is the final part. Okay, so we can turn to the next slide. Okay, so as the saying goes, Rome is not built in a day. So it takes a lot of years, patience, and skills to be here. And I believe that I still have a lot to improve, but these are the artworks when I started painting back in 2018. So most of it are I use watercolor and acrylic medium. So the second one is actually a very simple artwork. It is watercolor on watercolor paper, and I made it into bookmarks. So when I started to sell my artworks, I started with simple things like this. I made bookmarks and quote tags after I have painted it with watercolor, and then I written some quotes on it. And also some of the customers, they like to personalize their names, so I wrote their names. So things like this was how I started. Yeah, but when I have decided which part that I like to explore, so after that I learn more about floral watercolor. Okay, please turn to the next slide. Thank you Aisha, thank you so much. Okay, so when I attended a lot of programs and I tried to improve my watercolor skills, I think that I have fallen in love in the floral motifs, especially the roses. So when I was painting using the watercolor, so from time to time, I tried to improve my skills by referring to other artists. I look at their art strokes, and then I tried to apply those strokes that I think suit me the most. Yeah, sometimes some people like to paint it in a loose style, but some like to do it realistically. So I make a mix of both. And as for the materials, yeah, so for the materials, from time to time I try to improve my materials. So of course at the start I use the cheapest one first, the nylon brushes. But then from time to time, when I have gained some of the income when selling my artworks, I decided to use something that is more quality. Yeah, and then about the motifs here, so I like to paint a lot of roses, and I tried to improve it by painting other type of flowers as well, like tulips, hydrangea, cherries. And I always like to incorporate some of the quotes in my painting, because I believe that it can uplift other people's spirit. So for my my postcard that I will launch soon, is the theme is about self-love, because I believe art is not just about the colors alone. It's more than that. Yeah. So the purpose of art is to reach people. Maybe like for my objective is I want to reach people and I want to radiate happiness, so that whenever people look at my art, maybe it will make their day, and maybe some of the quotes will give them motivation that life is beautiful and there is more to life. Yeah. Okay, next. Okay, and then acrylic pour. During my start of painting, I tried to use acrylic too. I tried to paint acrylic scenery and also galaxy. But then after trying a lot of styles, I think that I like acrylic pour the most, because for me, when I'm using when I am doing acrylic pour, the process is a total mess. There's a lot of splatter of colors, because I need to mix like 3 or 4 colors and more. But then the outcome is, for me, it is beautiful. So I like to call acrylic pour a beautiful mess, because when we are mixing the color, we cannot expect how the end result. So when I have mixed it and then I pour it on the canvas, then the outcome is unexpected, and it is up to the interpretations of the people. Like the second one, okay, maybe some people, they will look at it as a chaos, but some people, maybe they find the blue is something that is calming and serenity. So it is up to the people to interpret about the art. Okay, next. Okay.
May I
Yes.
interrupt before you begin?
Yes, sure, sure.
Apprenticeship. I just want to ask you. I think most of us want to ask this question: why do you choose watercolor as your main art style?
Okay, good question, Adi. Very good question. So I choose watercolor for me because when I am painting using the watercolor medium, I like how the mix of the water and the pigments, it is like when I put it on the paper, I see it as if the pigment is, you know, dancing on the paper, because the most important part is the water control. Because if we need to know just the right amount of water and the right amount of pigment. Because if the pigment is too much, yeah, so then the color will turn out very dark. Yeah, but if the amount of water and pigment is just nice, it's balanced, so we can produce the painting in a very in a way that I expected. Yeah, because when I'm using the watercolor, we can control the tone of the color. We can control the shades. So if I want the shade to be darker, I can put a lot more pigment and vice versa. Yeah, thank you, Adi.
All right. Thank you so much, Sister Farah, for that sharing. So before moving to the segment, I just want to say that this day we are going to entering the second segment. And today we're going to have giveaway from our speaker, and guys may ask the question in the chat box. Yes, Sister Farah. The floor is
Okay,
yours.
okay, thank you. Let us move to the next part, which is entrepreneurship, turning art into business. So actually, if you are not aware, okay, so Balai Seni Negara actually organize certain projects to help the aspiring artists to turn their art into business. So the one that I attended is just a two days program, but then there is another program which is called Young Art Entrepreneur (YAE). Okay, so it is a program or a course to guide the artists in aiding them to systematically turn their art into business. Okay, please take the next slide. Okay, so if you want to turn our art into business, I believe that maybe some of you are a bit scared. How can you gain the courage to start, you know, selling your artworks? Is it good enough? How can I price my artworks at just the right reasonable price? So for me, I believe that we must be brave to start and share about our business, so that if we don't showcase our arts, of course, the other people wouldn't know that we are capable of doing the artworks. And then most importantly, I believe that we must get out of our comfort zone and gain as much as knowledge, because the knowledge is very vast, and I believe that out there is a lot of information on how we can improve our marketing strategy, yeah, and how to reach our targeted audience. Okay, can you please to the next slide? So in this segment, okay, I will share one thing that I learned from the workshop, is that it made me realize that it does not require passion alone, but also entrepreneurship knowledge to kickstart my business. Okay, because if you want to turn it into business, you must know that if we decided to turn it into business, then we must be committed. Because if we do it just for our hobby, then we can do it as up to our own flexible time. But then if you are dealing with the customers, with the clients, then you must also learn how to be serious in your business, and you must not, like, maybe if it is just your hobby, you can delay in doing your artworks. But then if you deal with other people, then you must also stick to their timeline. Yeah. Okay, so firstly, we need to identify our weakness and strengths. So I said about exploring the mediums. So maybe you like about 3 or 4 mediums, but then you need to identify which the medium that you are good most. Okay, so as for me, because I like watercolor, so after this I want to focus more on watercolor. And then secondly is to define your signature style, so that after this, when other people see your the artworks without knowing your who is the artist or the painter of the artwork, they would know that this belong to you. So you need to define your signature style. Okay. As for me, I focus more on the floral motifs, and also because maybe you can reproduce a lot of art prints, but to me, because my purpose is because I want to revive, okay, the art of exchanging later. So I like to produce my art prints into the form of postcards. Okay, and then we need to understand the basic marketing. You need to know who is your targeted audience, okay, and then what is their range of age, so you know how to reach them. And also about the online shopping platform. Okay, nowadays we have so many platforms. So if you want to reach the local audience first, maybe you can start advertising your artworks in Shopee. But then if you are targeting for a wider reach, okay, to the international customers, maybe you can start exploring Etsy, yeah, ETSY, so that you can reach them, and you need to find the platform that will facilitate you in doing your business, okay, such as Etsy, okay, it will aid you in for the international shipping, in the exchange of currency. So find the platform that works best for you. Okay, and then lastly, you need to build a business roadmap, because this one is very important, so that you know, okay, how much that you want to gain from your product, and what is your basic expectation. So you know, if you don't reach your basic expectation, you know there must be something lacking, maybe in how you advertise it, or how you share it to your targeted customer. Okay, so if you have reached the expectation of your sale, so maybe after this you can also widen the types of your products. Okay, if you have any questions about entrepreneurship, do ask me later. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, okay. So okay. So back in February, yeah, I was invited by Pixam, okay, to be in the slot of Business Muda Mudi by Rakita. So Pixam is a platform initiated by Kementerian Belia and Sukan to support youth entrepreneurs by providing mentoring programs, platform sharing, and organizing talks. So it collaborated with Rakita, which aimed to promote youth entrepreneurs to assist them in kickstarting their business. So if there is any other young entrepreneurs out there that want to kickstart your business, maybe you can have a look at Pixam and Rakita, because they will handle some slot to help you to promote your business to others out there. Okay, and then you can have a look at the chat box. One of the committee share the episode for this Business Muda Mudi, and so you can know more about my entrepreneurship journey through the Spotify episode. Yeah, thank you. Okay, should we turn to the most exciting part of the program, or is there any other questions about entrepreneurship?
Sister Farah, if I may interrupt,
Yes, yes, sure.
uh, I would like to say this is like a, apa panggil, in Malay is like pucuk dicita ulang mendatang, because I was very interested in trying art business because I just finished my degree and do internship, and I'm currently just very just dip my feet into this oceans of entrepreneurship. So having you sharing about this is pretty eye-opening as well, and broadening my knowledge. Uh, if I may ask, how do you find that confidence? Like, okay, I know this is my targeted audience. I know this is what I want to sell, because I do portraits, and generally I feel like portrait is really wide audience. But when you want to focus on it, it's like uh, you can do it for birthday, you can do it for graduation, but how do you reach that? How to make it appeal to that certain? Yes.
Okay, thank you, Amir. A very good question. Okay, while I'm going to explain a bit about this business part, can you turn to the next slide? Okay, I mean, I believe that you are doing a lot of portraits in the medium of pencil, right? If I'm not mistaken. So I think a lot of your artworks is really beautiful, and I believe that you can also turn it into business someday. Yeah, because at the start of my art journey, I was also very scared, and because I keep thinking, is my artwork good enough, and how would other people look it from their point of view? So when I started back then, I started with the small pieces first, like bookmarks, just to test whether it can, is there any other people out there that is interested, okay? But then after I have gained the courage, after attending the workshops, yeah, I believe that, okay, I want to try to sell the postcard first, yeah? And one of my objective is to revive the art of exchanging letters, especially during the Ramadan. We are approaching the Eid festival, right? So I believe that we also need to know the right time and the right audience. So because back then a lot of people, they are trying to, okay, in Malay, kembalikan nostalgia berutus surat. So I think it's the right time for me to introduce my postcards too. So I incorporated my motifs, the floral motifs, and into my postcard raya. And then when I shared it, I just targeted only 15 sets to be sold. But then it was out of my expectation. The postcard sets was sold more than 30 sets, and it made me very happy. Yeah, I was very busy, packing all of the postcards, even at the sahur time. So, okay, for you, I mean, and also for other aspiring artists, what I can see that you need to start where you are, do what you can, and use what you have. Okay, so just start first. We just ignore what other people would say, because only the people who appreciate our artworks, then they will support us along the journey. And then don't be disappointed. Maybe at the start of my journey, I was also like questioning myself, am I good enough? But then I would just say, just start. Yeah. So all the best to you, Ame, and then also others. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the inspiring sharing. What do you people think? What do the audience think? You guys think? Uh,
May I know,
it's really
is there anyone here that is also selling the artworks? Maybe you can share with us.
yes,
Yeah, I would
yes.
like to know from the audience.
Yes, true. Come and share in the chat box.
Being busy when doing something that you like, the feeling must be incredible. Yes. Okay, so guys, before we proceed further, I would like to remind you guys again, we will have a giveaway from Sister Farah and also Q&A session where you can ask her about anything. So yes, please keep in tune. Okay, so I used to sell my art, then I stopped for some reason from Art Picnic. Aidin Aisha, I want to try to do it too, but need more practice. Yes, practice makes perfect. But I think is the most important thing is to start, yes. To start, just do it first. You keep improving as you go further. Okay, so Sister Farah, I believe the floor is all yours.
Okay, next we can proceed to the final part. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, so the most awaited part, the highlight of this sharing is my involvement in the project Archada Salawat. Okay, so I will tell you more about the Diary of an Artisan. So this project was carried out for a month at the Pengkalan Nelayan Kubang Badak, which served as a site for 9 prominent local artists. Okay, each artist is aided with 2 artisans. Yeah. So in the picture here is all of my fellow friends and artisans, yeah, Amirul, Rosette, Alex. So all of us, we work together, but we were assigned with different artists. Okay, next. So this project, it involves the engagement of researchers, scientists, marine biologists, and also fishermen to ensure that the material that are safe for the sculptures and also can preserve the marine life. So I will introduce to you one by one of the artists, and along the way, I will also explain about the process. How was the process throughout the project? So the first one is Puan Umi Maizurah Mahir at Ismail. Okay, she is a clay and ceramic artist, and so she brought something new in the contemporary ceramic scene in Malaysia. She runs an art studio known as Parti Satu Studio, and her sculpture is named as Permata Hinggap, okay, because it pays tribute to the Langkawi famous icon, eagle, and also the island's natural beauty. And okay, the second one is Encik Razi Ismail. Okay, he is also a ceramic artist. So he owned a gallery in Kuah Langkawi, Ilham Gallery, where a lot, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of his products are dishwasher like plates made of ceramic. Okay, and then the third one is Encik Muhammad Al Huzairi Ali. Okay, so he is also a ceramic sculptor. Okay, for me, his sculpture is very interesting. It's like an explosion, and I believe that it has a lot to do with the myth in Langkawi. Okay, next. Okay, and then this is Encik Ahmad Fuad Osman, also a very prominent local artist. And next to him is Encik Lau Chi Peng from Penang. Okay, so his sculpture is called the Curse of Passing. Okay, so the head actually signifies the head of Mahsuri, a very popular legendary in Langkawi, and also it is not included here, but there is also a part of the hair which also symbolizes in the waves. Okay, it's like the passing waves. Okay, and then the next one is Tengku Sabri Tengku Ibrahim, a veteran sculptor. So the sculpture is named Archelan. Okay, a prehistoric turtle from the ancient waters of Langkawi. Okay, and the themes is surrounded by the Nusantara myth and legends that inspire his works of art. Okay, next. Okay, and then this one is Dr. Zainuddin Abidin Hazeh, and this is also very interesting. Okay, he is a lecturer from the Faculty of Art in UPSI, Tanjung Malim, and his sculpture is named as Sumpahan Mahsuri. Okay, so if you look at the picture, right, so the sculpture, it is as if Mahsuri was supposed to have cursed the island. Okay, and this was during the execution when she was being stabbed. Okay, because she was accused of performing adultery. Okay, and this one is very interesting. You can see the in the middle, it was during the netting process, and then the third picture is when the artists have finished putting the concrete on the basic form of the sculpture. Okay, next. Okay, so during my 1 month there, okay, I assisted Maxine Siansin, also a sculptor artist. So a lot of her works here, okay, at the middle picture, it was about mushrooms. Okay, so she named it as Mushrooms to Let, because so the rooms there is as if we are letting the marine lives, the fishes, so that they can swim in there, yeah, so that they can build their habitat there. And also we want to promote the growth of reefs. Okay, so the third picture is Maxine putting the netting on the basic form of the sculpture. Okay, we can turn to the next slide. Okay, in the next slide, I will explain about the process. Yeah. Okay, so okay, this is the picture during the process. So in the first one, Maxine was sculpting the basic form of mushroom with the concrete. Okay, after we have finished doing the basic form, we put it with the concrete, we top it up. And then the second one, she was sculpting with the concrete. And then the third one is the fossils of seashells. Of course, not the real fossils, but then we made the fossils by using the concrete. Okay, and then we made some mold so that we can produce a lot of the fossils. Then we can stick it on the sculpture of the mushroom later. Okay, move to the next slide. Okay, so this was the process. So firstly, we built a support structure by using metal wires. Okay, this is to provide the foundation to the work, and it keeps the structure from breaking off. So for all of the artists, for each of their sculpture, they all built a support structure like this. Okay, and then after we have built the support structure, we begin to put the netting on it. Okay, so we fill in the basic form with underlayer using wire mesh and chicken wire mesh to secure it. Okay, so that when we put the concrete later, it will not like fall off from the basic form. Okay, and each layer is secured by using iron hook and wire twister. So later on, I will show you the process of using the wire twister. And the last one, okay, after we have put, like I've showed you the picture before, after Maxine have put all the concrete and cement on the sculpture, we have stick all the fossils that we made. So that is the final look before it is dried up and before it was deployed to the seaside. Okay, next. Okay, so this is the netting process of the sculpture. So I believe that I've gained so much skill in making the net, okay, because I don't have, you know, the energy to do the wiring to build the metal sculpture. So I help a lot during this process, the netting process. Can you please play the video? No, can you go to the previous slide and play the video first? Yeah. To the next one, or if you cannot play the video, we can just proceed to other slides. The next slide, the netting process. Yeah, there are two videos there. The previous one. Okay, if you cannot play, it's okay. It's okay. I will just continue to explain. Yeah. Okay, so based on this picture, so the basic form we cover it with the wire mesh. Yeah, the thinner one, and then we top it up with the chicken wire mesh, and then we secure it with the iron hook. Okay, next. Okay, so this was the process of making mold. So firstly, okay, so we form the most interesting part for me was when we went to the seaside of the beach. Yeah, we collected some seashells, okay, as inspiration to make the fossils. So after we have collected it, we choose which one, and then we form the shape of the shells, okay, in the first picture by using the clay, okay. And then we make the mold by using the resin and fiber mesh. And during this part, we need to be very careful because the chemical is hazardous. So we wear some of the protection like respirator mask and also the gloves, okay. And then in the third picture, you can see me scraping off the clay, okay. After the clay had hardened, okay, and it forms the mold, so I am scraping off the clay out of the mold. So after that, okay, to the next picture. Okay, can you play? This is also a video, but if you cannot play, you can just proceed to the next one. Okay, so after we have formed the mold, okay, because we want to produce a variety of shapes, okay, and each of the shapes we produce it in three what we call it, three fossils. So we use the mold to put the concrete in the mold, And then when it has dried up, okay, in the second and the third picture, that is the final outcome of the fossils, yeah. Okay, next. Okay, so this is the picture of some artists and me. Okay, so I think that it was a very interesting project because I am not from an art background, so meeting the artists, okay, with a lot of, they are all great in their own expertise. I think it was a golden opportunity. I went there with zero experience, especially in practical. Yeah, I don't know how to handle all those, you know, the resin and concrete. But then they helped me throughout the process. Okay, they were very welcoming. Yeah, so when I was with them, I feel as if I am, you know, very small in the art industry, and they were all prominent artists, but they made me feel very welcome. Yeah, very welcome, and I feel very comfortable to be with them. They treated me as if I am their daughter or student. So we spent a lot of time, about a month there. We had our breakfast, lunch, and also dinner together at the nearby warung. So I learned a lot from the chit chats with them. We talked about life and also journey of career. So some of them, they did give me some tips and advice, which I thought was very important in, you know, kickstarting my life after graduating. So I think that meeting them here is a very wonderful opportunity because I have witnessed the process and also involved in making sculptures with them, yeah, helping them. And I don't only get to see the outcome, but being in the process, you know, like endure all 1 month there. It was very sunny, hot, all the tears and sweat. It was worth it. Yeah, after seeing the recent launch by Balai Seni Negara in Pulau Pasir, I think that experience was very worth it. And I would like to thank all of them. Okay, and if there is any fellow artisans here, thank you so much for supporting me and being with me throughout the process. Okay, next slide. Okay, so this community-driven initiative, it also seeks to promote ecotourism in Langkawi, as the sculptures serve as artificial reefs for marine life to flourish in the sea. So if you have time, okay, if you went for a vacation with your family in Langkawi, maybe you could spend some time in Pulau Pasir and look at the sculpture, and maybe you could also take some pictures and send to me. It would make me very happy. And okay, so these are some of the sculptures. Some of it was deployed underwater, yeah, and some of it you can still see it, like the Curse of Passing by Mr. Low Chipeng is a very huge sculpture, so you can see it from just from the seaside. So maybe you can go for snorkeling there and look at the sculptures after this, because this project is also to promote the ecotourism, and it is going, I believe that it's going to be another great attraction in Langkawi. Okay, next. Okay, and then so the sculptures were anchored to the seafloor around the coast of Pulau Pasir, Langkawi in July. And one of the objectives by NAG is to make art accessible to all Malaysians. So now you will have another interesting journey, not only seeing the sculpture at the gallery, but the underwater gallery. So I hope that if you have time and the opportunity, maybe you can have a look at it when you are, maybe you are going for a holiday in Langkawi. Is there anyone from Langkawi here? Is there anyone from Langkawi here?
I live at Perlis. Langkawi is like an hour ride.
Oh, so I hope you can go there, I mean, soon. Yeah?
Inshallah, inshallah.
And then next, we will proceed to the giveaway session. Oh, G Marcelo from Langkawi. Hi. Hi. Okay, so these are the two questions. So if you want to, okay, um, those who can answer it the fastest, okay, you can unmute your mic and answer. Okay, not now, later. And then those who win this giveaway, I will give you 2 set of postcards. Okay, that is not launched yet. So I hope that you will like it. So maybe the committee can handle the giveaway session.
Before we start with the giveaway session, Farah, may I ask what do you got as a whole in joining, the National Art Gallery project?
About the experience there.
Yeah, as
Yeah,
a
Adi.
whole. Yeah.
Okay, as a whole. Okay, thank you, Adi.
No worries.
So, okay, as a whole, I believe that I I learned a lot there, and I would say that it was very interesting because I would never expect to have a chance to, share the same site with all of the artists and to meet them day by day, knowing them not just about the work, but also we shared the conversations revolving about life and also career. And I was very happy because I could witness the overall process, and I believe that this process taught me to become more resilient as a human because it was not easy. Because at the start of the program, I was also um, I was also I know it involves a lot of hard work and effort. But then at the start of the program, I was questioning, can I actually, fulfill the whole project? But then I believe that I need to get out of my comfort zone, because if not, I wouldn't know that my capability, that I am capable of doing new things, and I can actually gain a lot of skills. Yeah, and as a whole, I think it is, it is a very what I need the most after graduating, before seeking a job, because this taught me that life is not all about the sunshine and roses, and for you to get to see the final outcome, the sculptures, okay, you must go through a process. It is tiring, it is exhausting, but it is worth it. So I can relate it to the journey of life. Okay, if you want to go to the destination, maybe your destination is to like achieve something in your life, you need to go through the process first. Yeah, maybe you need to go through, you need to get your bachelor degree first, or you need to go through some, very um, experience. We all have our own experience in life, so I think that you want to reach the final part, you need to go through all the hard part first, and it will be worth it, inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Farah, for the answer. I just got one last question. Like,
Okay.
I believe that most of us are independent artists where we don't have the academic part in art,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like myself, I'm a self-taught artist. Like you, I believe, also a self-taught artist, Ame. So, is there any advices or guide for us to, to reach the same peak as yours? As for now, I believe that being part of Balai Seni Negara is a huge achievement for me.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Adi. Um, okay. So for your question, okay, I think I would I would also define myself as a self-taught artist, but I think the most important thing is to get out there. You already have the skills. Yeah, so what you can do next is to gain knowledge in maybe you need to attend all the workshops to facilitate you. Okay, I'd like to, okay, so your question remind me of the sharing by Encik Razi. Okay, so he said to me that back then, okay, when he was still a student, okay, he used to go to the gallery, commuting either by using LRT or bus. And what he did was he bring his own, portfolio, a file containing his artworks, yeah, with him wherever he goes, because for him, he said that we would never expect who we will meet. Yeah, so if you came across or you coincidentally meet any artist during, during the exhibition or at the gallery, maybe you can approach them and you can share. Believe me, I was also afraid to share, my artworks, because I feel that I am very small, okay, among them, but I tried it, and when I share it, they give a lot of support. So I believe that it's not like I cannot give a one size fits all advice, but I can say that just go out there, and if there is if you think that there is no opportunity, no, you must create your own opportunity. So maybe you can start by attending other workshops, and then maybe you can also, if you want to market your products, you can join, like booth, okay, like a lot of artisanal booth now, and then maybe you can build the networking. Yeah, build the networking with other fellow artists and get to know them. Okay, I hope it helps a bit, Adi. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the answer. It helped me a lot. Thanks for the motivation and also the guides and the inspiration as well. And I believe Brother Ami also might have some question for you. Sorry to
Yes,
participant, PMC, we have the privilege to ask question, right? Yeah.
Okay.
yes, I am quite tak sabar. If you can answer this, Sister Farah, the sculpture, because they are going to be submerged underwater, is it like there's a change in the making? Like, do you use, like, do normal sculpture use different material, and sculpture for underwater use different material so it lasts longer?
Okay, thank you, Ami. Okay, so during the program, we were briefed that, okay, for us to place the sculpture underwater, we use a certain type of formulation of the concrete to ensure that it can last long underwater, and it also can facilitate the growth of reefs. So we ensure the NAG ensure that it will not harm the marine marine life. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Sister
Okay,
Farah.
there are a few questions in the chat box, so I'd like to answer the question. Okay, from Ideal, my favorite sculpture would be the Sumpahan Mahsuri by Dr. Zainuddin. Okay, because if you have time to look further about the sculpture, so it symbolizes a woman, okay, that is going through an execution, but it's more than that. Like each part of the sculpture, it has a lot of different meaning behind it. Okay, and then my another favorite is by Encik Al Huzairi Ali. Okay, I also like the sculpture that symbolize the explosion. Okay, and then from Muhammad Akmal Muhammad Nazari, okay, what is the best thing in community-based tourism program? Okay, as an artisan, I believe that I learn a lot, but if as a public, okay, I believe that from the public eye, I think that this community-based tourism program, it is making art accessible to all nations, because now you can also have a look at the art by your own eyes. Okay, if you went for snorkeling, and you know that the objective is not only to promote the art industry in Malaysia, but also we have another main objective, which is to promote the growth of the eco marine there. So I believe that there is a lot of advantages for this community-based tourism program. Thank you for the questions.
All right, Sister Farah, thank you for taking your time answering
Okay, thank
the
you.
questions. But I do have one last question for
Okay.
you. Sorry. Do you have a dream to exhibit your artwork at the gallery?
Okay, thank you, Ami. So I believe that in the small heart of us, everyone would have the dream to have the chance to exhibit our artworks in the gallery. But I think for me, maybe it's still I still have a long way to go. But if you ask me, then maybe someday, yeah, I would like to improve my skills first, and then maybe we can attend an exhibition. If not by me, maybe by you, Ami. Yeah, or maybe by other aspiring artists out there. Thank you.
I mean, I wish we all can see each other's artwork in the
Yeah,
future, inshallah.
yeah, one day, inshallah.
Okay, so if we may proceed to the giveaway. Okay, so how the giveaway works is basically siapa cepat dia dapat. Okay, the question has been given by Sister Farah, who can unmute their mic first to answer the question will be given postcard by Sister Farah. Okay, so anyone is eager to answer? Because can I answer it? I want some of the postcard.
Yes, come and grab the giveaway.
A
One,
set of it, okay? Not just one. A set consists of 4 postcards. Yeah.
a set of it. So yes, you guys can unmute if you want to answer.
Can I answer?
Come on, come on. Oh, I think they are still thinking. This is very, very critical question, I think.
Okay, I want to answer again.
Yeah, sure. Sister Farah, can he answer? You think?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Okay, so the first is the sculpture were deployed in Pulau Pasir, Langkawi, am I right?
Yes, it's the correct answer. Okay, congratulations, Adin.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, thank you.
Congrats for the answer, Brother Aidil.
Yes.
You just win a giveaway. Congrats. Okay. Now the second question, right? Yes, postcard. You can post it to someone that, to anyone,
So the
Next.
second,
Okay.
Oh yes, Sister Sarah.
yeah. So the main motif of art that Farah preferred to apply is floral motif, I believe.
Yes, thank you, Sarah. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you too.
Wow, Sarah, she being focused throughout this talk, I think. Yeah, congrats. Okay. So we already done with giveaway, right, Sister Farah?
Yes, I did. So I will contact the 2 winners later on, and I will inform you when I want to post the gift to you. Yeah, thank you for participating. I really appreciate it. Okay, so we are coming to the end of the art picnic. So, okay, if anyone would like to reach me after this, maybe you want to ask further questions related to arts, yeah, and you can reach me through Instagram, okay, Farah Wahidat, or you can email me, okay, farahu@gmail.com. And I hope that you can have a look and support my art business at Farah W Arts. And maybe we will cross paths in the future. Yeah, and thank you so much to everyone for joining this art picnic.
Yes.
And I wish that you will also have an interesting art journey. And maybe you will be the next person to have a sharing session with Art Club after this. So thank you again to Adi and Amin for being a very great moderator. And thank you to Art Club and also the Student Industrial Training Center. I really appreciate it. And lastly, I would like to highlight that wherever you are, I wish that you can start where you are, do what you can, and use what you have. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you. Thank you for the wise words and appreciation, Sister Farah. So do you have time for a bit of Q&A from our participants, Sister Farah?
Sure.
Yeah, they got a lot of questions. So But honestly, that's a very enlightening and also very good sharing session, Sister Farah. Very nice. Thank you for that sharing. So yes, we have a
Thank
bit
you
of
so much. Okay, send me your questions, but not too
yeah.
hard, I hope.
We got a lot of difficult questions over here actually. So the first question is, are all of the postcards hand painted? All of your postcards?
Okay, so about the postcards, okay, all of it was from my original artwork, okay, and I reproduced it to postcards and also art prints. Okay, so I have a variety of size in A4 or A5, and if you want to like get it for your loved ones or for your own self, okay, um I do like offer a personalized artwork, so that from the art prints, okay, you can request for me to write some quotes, message, or even your name, yeah, in calligraphy. But it is from original artwork, but what I sell is the art prints. Okay, and I ensure that all of my art prints or postcard, it is printed on a high quality paper, okay, the same watercolor paper. So when you hold it, you will have like the texture is like the original paper, and it will look as if you are holding the original painting. Yeah, because I choose the best quality for my products. Thank you.
Thank you for the
All
answer,
right, thank
Sister
you.
Farah.
Okay, Sister Farah, we have another question from the floor. What's your favorite flower to paint of?
So I think it is you can see like a lot of my artworks are from roses. So my favorite flower is of course rose. Yeah, I like to paint rose, and also I like rose.
All right, thank you, Sister.
All right, Rose. All right, thank you, Sister Farah. So for the next question is a bit long. For the Arca Dasar Laut, do all of the artists gather together and work at the same place and with the same duration? That's the question.
Okay, that's a very interesting question. Yes, yes, yes to all of the question. By so we all gather at the same site for a month. Um, for 30 days at the same site at Pengkalan Line Kubang Badak. So we all have our own tents. So all the artists, they work together with the help of the artisans there. So we did all of the work at the site. Okay, from building the wire, okay, the basic form, and next we do the netting there, and also we put all the concretes. Even the concretes we all produce. The process, it was all done during the at the same site. Okay, except for one artist because he couldn't make it there. Yeah, Encik Abdul Muttalib Musa. So only so out of the 9 artists, all 8 artists were there, yeah, throughout the project. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Farah, for answering the questions.
Okay, so the next question. What are the challenges when you commercialize your artworks?
Okay, okay, wow. Okay, I think that the challenges would be how to produce it up to the expectation of your customer, okay, and how to package it well so that my customer would receive it in a good form, because you know we are handling with artworks made of paper. So I am always like worried if I have already packaged it with the cardboard and also wrapped it with another layer of bubble wraps to secure it. I am always worried if my customer receive it in a bad form, because we don't know how the courier service, you know, handle it. So maybe I think after this I would need to spend more on the packaging of the product. Okay, to make sure that, because I have done my best for my artwork, of course I want my customer to receive the best too from me. Yeah, and to commercialize, I think the challenge is to price the product. I think it is one of the challenge too, because when we are doing the artworks, okay, it's not just about the price of the paper or the materials that we use. It is about our the time that we have invested, our skills, and maybe the expenses for us to attend some of the workshops. Yeah, because some of the workshops, the fee is not it can range up to 500, 200. So all of the skills that we gain, okay, it takes a lot of time and also our money. Okay, so it's not just about the material. It amounted to every little aspect. Yeah, all of the sweat and time that you pour in producing the artwork. Thank you.
All right, crystal clear. And for the next question, how do you challenge yourself to try volunteering with new people that you have never met before?
Okay, for that question. Okay, I'd like to answer it. Okay, for me, I believe that every opportunity will open more doors. Okay, because during the when during my job there as an artisan, okay, I was briefed that it will involve a lot of hard work because we will be under the sun, yeah, from morning until evening, and it involves a lot of materials like metals and resin and all. So at first, of course, I was scared, but then I believe that if not now, then when? When will I have another opportunity like this to be on an island for 30 days? Yeah. And so I believe that I need to grab this chance, yeah, because good chance don't come twice in our life. Yeah. So when I went there, I met a lot of people, and I believe that you should not making any assumptions before knowing other people, because we come from all walks of life. Okay, so I tried to build rapport with them. So don't be afraid. So as the fact is that as an artisan, there were 18 artisans and there were only two artisans, only two female artisans. Yeah, but then I think that I get to know a lot of people there, and I made a lot of friends. Yeah, so if there is any new opportunity for you, just grab it. Just grab it and try to learn new things. Thank you.
True, I agree with you, Sister Farah. We have to take the risk, push ourselves, get out of the comfort zone to achieve that things that we desire. Like you said that good things don't come twice.
Yes, I do, correct. Just like this art picnic. Yeah, I believe that it's going to be a very great sharing session to everyone out there. And I believe that if not much, maybe you can learn a bit and you can also apply it in your art journey. Okay, that is why I am here to share about my experience.
And I'm glad that you're joining us for tonight. Thank you so much. So Amir,
Yes, we really appreciate it. Okay, so are you okay, Sister Farah? Do you need to take a break for a moment?
No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay. So the next question is, who is your role model in art?
Okay. Okay, thank you for the question. Okay, so if in the field of art business, okay, I have um two people, okay, that serve as my role model to improve my business. There is one is Alina Koo, okay, because she set up like a class, okay, for people who want to learn art, okay, and a lot of her workshops, there is, and she uses a range of mediums, and also she would prepare like small kits so that people who is introduced, who want as a beginner want to begin in exploring art, so we can maybe learn a bit first to explore whether we are interested in it. Okay, first is Alina Koo, And then the second one is Shasrin. Okay, she is also a watercolor artist, and a lot of her works is very interesting. It captivated me, and she is selling a lot of her watercolor artworks to people that is out of Malaysia. Okay, so she uses the platform Etsy. So I believe that there is a lot that I can learn from them both. First, maybe I can explore other mediums as well, and I can widen my targeted customer. Thank you.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you, Sister Farah. So yes, this is the last question for tonight, and I believe that this will be our closing. So, are you planning to join again in National Art Gallery art program?
Yeah, of course. If I were given the chance to join, I would love to, and I hope that all everyone here, okay, if you have any of the chance to join, yeah, please do so, because I believe that we can learn a lot out there, and there is also a lot of resources out there. You just need to find it, yeah. And now it is just at the end of our fingertips. We can search it online. So if there is any workshop or project that you would love to join, just go for it. Okay.
Thank you so much, Sister Farah. I hope that me, Abi, and others also can join the next project. Inshallah, if we have the chance. And also, before we move to the next final agenda, do you have any closing speech, Sister Farah, for this evening?
Okay. Okay, I have something to say. So I believe that a lot of the members of the art club IIUM, I believe that all of you, you have your own skills, yeah, because I've seen that you shared a lot of your artworks in the chat group. So maybe after this, I wish that all of you can explore your the art industry, yeah, and then you can polish your skills and maybe showcase your artworks. Okay, show it out there. If you don't show it, then people wouldn't know that you are capable of doing great things, yeah, that you can paint, and maybe some of you you can do, you know, like sculptures. Maybe you are trying to do the clay sculptures. Okay, whatever it is, whatever medium you are using, I wish you all the best, and I just get out of your comfort zone. Sky is the limit. All the best, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sister Farah. Thank you so much. As the host, me and Ame would like to express our gratitude and thanks to you for joining our art picnic, and also the others. Thank you for being a very good speaker for tonight. You did it excellent, and I believe that all of us are inspired by your stories and your experiences. So that we hope that can meet you again in the future, inshallah.
I
And
definitely am inspired.
yeah, same,
Yes,
same. Yeah.
I
So
want to
yes,
enter gallery.
so yeah. Basically, we already moving on to the next final segment of this art picnic, where we'll invite our social development director, the main organizer of art picnic between IAC and the collaboration of with SITC. So without further ado, I would like to invite Sister Afika, aka Sister Afi, as the director to give a closing speech. So give her a round of applause, guys. And also thanks to Sister Farah and all of you.
Thank you, Adi. So, hello, Assalamualaikum everyone. I am Nick Nur Afka, but I go by the name Affy, AFFY. So, as Adi has mentioned, I am the Director of Social Development, IIUM Art Club, as well as a Program Coordinator for Art Picnic Time. So, first of all, thank you everyone for joining our 10th Art Picnic. And just to share with everyone here, it has been a really long journey. We started really small from the first art picnic until the last art picnic, which is the 10th art picnic. And Alhamdulillah, each and every art picnic that we did has been successful and really fruitful, which is most important. So Art Picnic is actually a platform for IIUM artists, especially from IIUM Art Club, to share their passion for art. So we had a number of artists, including Amir Hazik, our MC. He was one of the first speakers for our Art Picnic. And we had sharings from comic art to realism to calligraphy and a few other different art. So once again, I'd like to thank the speaker, Farah Wahida, for agreeing to share with us your experiences and your knowledge. And thank you very, very much to the committees from IIUM Art Club as well as SITC for your effort from the very beginning until the last. And last but not least, thank you everyone. Thank you participants for spending your time tonight with us. We from Social Development and also SITC are deeply appreciative of your attendance tonight. So everyone, please stay safe. COVID is still here and a few other illnesses. So take care and all the very best for the upcoming days of your life. And remember what Sister Farah said, the sky is the limit. So thank you everyone. Good night.
Can we have
Thank you.
a picture with everyone, including the audience?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now the photography session. So yes, next slide. Thank you, Sister Afika, as the Social Development Director and also Social Development Team for handling Art Picnic from the beginning until the last one for this tenure. Thank you so much. So yes, you guys can turn on your camera and I'm going to take some selfie or a Wi-Fi, yeah, or screenshot, yeah. So yes, don't shy, come on. Open your camera, we're going to have photography session for our last Art Picnic of this tenure.
You guys, you can turn on your camera right now. So everyone ready?
Azika, Lina Amira, Ain Bashira, come turn on your camera please. Izati Rosman, I see Shakib, Sarah Yasmin,
Yes, come and open your camera.
Haznil. Let's take pictures with Farah.
Yes, for our honorable speaker.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Okay, I think, is there more to open your cam?
Come on, let's hype it. Let's go.
All right.
All right.
Okay, in the count, 1, 2, 3, smile. Another one. In the count, 1, 2, 3, smile. All right, that's all, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Miss Asadi from your MC today. Thank you so much. All right.
And me too. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Wish you guys a good short
Thank
stay.
you.
Thank you everyone for joining.
Yeah. You're welcome. Thank you to Sister Farah. Thanks, Finn. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, don't forget to fill in the feedback and registration form.
Yes. Thank you for joining. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Hope to see you guys again. Inshallah.